Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back. And
And what you anding?
I was trying to get stuff in chests and I was opening the wrong ones. Get a place to store the stuff that's like useful but not necessary to carry with me.
So I saw you. You're a fish boilsman now.
I did. Yeah, that was fun.
It was fun to watch. I watched that.
Yeah, I'd never done anything like that before, and
Yeah, I heard you say that like towards the start. We used to do that all the time in Texas. Like get crawfish and do that with. So it was something that I've done quite a bit of. So it was fun to watch.
I'll tell you, everybody in the comments is an expert on what I did wrong.
Oh, I'm sure they are. The only thing I saw that I would have done different. Well, I mean, I wouldn't have put the dirt in, but
Are you sure? That's the best part.
the other thing I would have put the crab in the same time you put the shrimp in. That's
Oh,
about
that
the
little for cooking the crab?
Well, because the crab's already cooked.
I mean, that's true. I guess most of the videos I'd watched on it were king crab, so those are bigger and going to take a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes you get them raw, but those ones that you put in were definitely already cooked and then frozen. So
yeah, the one thing I would do differently that some of the comments did say is the potatoes did not need.
Oh yeah. I saw you said that.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. Yeah, the little tiny potatoes.
But for the most part, everything else.
Did you watch the potato?
You know how much I actually ate of that?
I gathered you probably didn't eat much based on what you said because you had to go check on Jack.
Shrimp, sausage, or crab.
Yeah, I can see that
It was
happening.
like 20 minutes later, and I came down, and it was gone except for those couple pieces that were sitting there. And I was like, oh, well, I mean, it's good and bad.
I saw the crazy lady in the video.
Which crazy lady?
The one that pushed me and dumped fuel over your table. At least I'm pretty sure that was her.
Oh, yes, you are correct. You,
like, oh,
you are
crazy.
correct. I completely forgot about that. Oh, that's too funny. The crazy lady. So good. I mean, obviously, you must have done something to upset her.
Yes, clearly. But yeah, that looked fun. Why were you having a party?
Cinco de Mayo, and it was Julia's birthday.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it was not that day, but like right around that time frame was Julia's birthday. Uh-oh, I've hit lava pool.
Yeah, that's when it gets super obnoxious because you gotta like water it and tend to it.
Watch it grow. Oh no, it's made obsidian.
I mean, I think it's that or bucket it out, right?
Well, yeah, but I gotta dig it again because I need to go down another layer. But I need to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, of course, it's like right where I have to dig down one more layer too. I mean, I don't even know how to go about doing this actually.
When I did this the first time, I had turned it on to obsidian and dug it out because it was that or bucket it out, and it felt like it was faster because you don't have any tanks or anything because it's not modded, so it felt faster to turn it into obsidian.
Well, what I need is like sand.
That is very smart.
Yeah.
That's what I should have done. God, why did I never or dirt anything? But
Well,
yeah, sand is my best.
Not dirt. It was sand or gravel. I need something that can drop.
Right. I guess I was thinking of a smaller pool so you could just place it on the bottom. But yeah, if you can't reach the bottom, yeah, that's definitely the way.
Yeah.
You know the way. I did not think of that back then.
I'm coming all the way back up, folks. Your favorite thing to watch me do. Oh, wait, here we go. Never mind. Not all the way. There's gravel right here. So do you watch, have you seen the news articles this week at all about the little boy and the organ transplants?
No.
So this shit
This shit
pisses me off, man. This shit pisses me off so bad because there's literally like these articles going around with the title of "Boy about to donate organs wakes up from coma." That was like the first article that the headline that I caught on this, and I was like, "Oh shit, I better read this thing." It is so full of clickbaity title that's going to completely misinform the public on how this shit works and possibly make people not want to donate organs in the future because they think that people are trying to donate their organs or get their organs taken when they're still alive. And that's not the way this shit works, and it makes me so mad. So mad.
So tell me, because I don't know anything.
So really what happened, from what I understand from reading these articles, boy, I think he had severe head trauma from something and was in a coma for a while and basically had a really bad prognosis. And the doctors basically said he's probably not going to make it. And if he does, he's probably going to be, you know, different mentally because he lost a lot of oxygen to his brain. And I think it was a couple of weeks, but I'd have to, at least multiple days, if not a couple of weeks in this, you know, this state of a coma, you know, which is just, you know, not being conscious and with us and making any movements or anything. And so I guess the parents had finally, like, I can't say finally because that makes it sound like they were like super reluctant to, but I'm sure they were reluctant in a way because, you know, that nobody wants
you're gonna be reluctant. I mean.
Yeah, nobody wants to give up, but they actually made a comment about how they thought it was unfair with their son in the state that he was in to try to say no to organ donation when they knew that there was 5 other children whose lives could be saved off of his tragic situation. So they were like pro organ donation family, but they basically had agreed to, if things go bad, organs can be donated.
Okay.
It wasn't that they were getting ready to like harvest this boy's organs like all the articles kind of make it out to be. And he like woke up miraculously all of a sudden right before he's going in.
They were in the middle. They had the scalpel. They were sharpening the scalpel beside his head. And then he was like, "No, stop!"
Right. That's the way that the articles like make it kind of sound with the titles and stuff that they're trying to use, and the lack of evidence that's presented within them about anything. Okay. And true, I worked on an organ donation floor, well, a floor that had a lot of organ donations, specifically heart transplants was mainly what I dealt with, and. You don't donate organs. You don't get your organs donated from you. You have to meet the criteria of clinical brain death or clinical cardiac death. And cardiac death is a way harder algorithm that you have to go down. And I can't remember all the features of the clinical cardiac death one, but when you are declared clinically like brain dead from that piece of the algorithm, you no longer have brain activity. You are being, you know, you might have the functions of your core functions that don't require any cognitive thought type of deal. Like people with brain death can still breathe on their own. It's just a reflex that is, you know, that happens in humans. So you can have things like that happen. And you have to go through this whole, you know, like I said, oh shit, I'm gonna die, I'm dead. Oh, I got water. Whew. I almost died because I was sitting there holding a bucket of water, and I don't quite know what just happened though.
That's so uninformative. I was holding a bucket of water and I almost died.
I was digging through this water. I got attacked in the back. That pushed me into the lava I was trying to dig out. I got out of it and was staring, looking for this enemy, but there's no enemy around.
You sure you weren't drowning?
Yes. I wasn't in the lava. I was standing to the edge of it. And that's when I finally realized like I was still on fire, and I realized I had to have a heart and I had a bucket of lava or a bucket of water on my bar so I could put myself out and not die. But I don't know where this enemy is.
Maybe he died in the lava?
The lava in front of me? He might have died in this pool behind me. Like I don't even understand what just happened. But either way, you have to meet the, you know, the criteria of the brain death criteria, and besides those, you know, those lower level functions that might keep going, like you're done. Like there's nothing else. There's no, your brain is not healing anymore. You are sitting there with like no brain activity, and you are not healing anymore. And these articles, like I said, especially when you're dealing with a child, when you're talking about this, who is now like apparently talking very like coherently and clearly, and they said he's got a long road to recovery, but you know he's way beating any prognosis that they ever thought. But they, like I said, they make it sound like they were taking him to the morgue to have his organs removed when all this happened. And I have a feeling
it's not like you said to the Borg.
To the Borg. They're taking him to the Borg. That's where the organs get removed.
They were assimilated.
They assimilate them to somebody else because that's what happens to your organs, right? Assimilate to someone else. But it's going to make people like question whether they should be organ donators. They're going to be like,
well, you've reminded me of something recently happened. So my grandma, we updated her will and stuff, and her do not resuscitate orders and stuff, and she was super worried about all of this because one of her biggest concerns was that if she decides to not be resuscitated, she's worried she's going to go to hell because she has condoned suicide.
That's a weird one.
Because she thinks that by allowing the doctors to not keep her alive, that she's basically committing suicide in God's eyes.
I mean, I guess she can have that belief if that's the belief she has. That's one I've never heard before,
when she ended up, she ended up deciding she did want to do the do not resuscitation, but she had a lot of concerns about all of it because she really thought that the doctors were basically going to kill her. And I was like, I don't think that's what they do. I mean, I think they try to keep you alive. All these cases are like you are going to die anyways. Like she was worried about because I'm sure you've looked at the do not resuscitate orders and how it all works. And
I kind of have to. Otherwise, I will be resuscitating people I'm not supposed to, or not resuscitating people I am supposed to.
So you know how it asks, like, she gets to choose what level of care she gets. Like, do
those
you
are
get
all different
food
state to state,
or?
By the way.
Oh, okay. Well, like here it was like, does she want water intravenously, food intravenously? And I guess so. We talked to our doctor about that. It's like the food is like in a tube, basically. It's not like a.
Yeah, it's called TPN. It's total parenteral nutrition, is what it's called, and it's it basically just IV can feed you all the nutrients that you would need if you were unable, if your stomach didn't work anymore and you were not able to.
Okay, I've tried to do this without sleeping, but I can't. We gotta sleep. I can't. Can't do it.
Too many things.
Yes, mobs everywhere. I've tried lighting it up too, and it's just too much to get lit up.
I had to come up and see if there's more droppable material up there anyway. So
super annoying.
That thought process though, that makes me wonder, like, what is her thought process? Because even let's say she was into DNR, and CPR gets started on her, and the doctors decide this is futile, call it, we're not getting anywhere, which is what happens in cases when people die. Does she feel that like God sees that as murder because nobody's helping her anymore?
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. That's a good. I don't know. I mean, we had to go talk to the preacher before she decided how to sign all this stuff to get his input on it, and then even after that, she wasn't sure. She's like, well. You think he's right? And I'm like, Grandma, I don't believe in God. I don't know how much help I could be here. I'm sorry.
She's like, my grandson does not believe in God, our Lord.
Yeah, I mean, she knows that, and she's had her own problems dealing with that.
Do you have any wool up here or string by chance?
I mean, you want another bed?
Yeah, I was gonna take a bed down.
You don't want to. Right. That's a good thought process to not just take that bed.
Yeah, one piece of wool because I
made. Here's string.
Is there 8?
18. Look at that.
That's more than 8.
Mm-hmm. We did it.
Now wood. Do we have wood?
There's definitely wood. In fact, I got wood. I just chopped the trees down. I'm trying to kill these trees.
There's plenty right here. So was there anything else about your grandma's thought process? Because I'm sure you could do the donation part too, right?
I don't think she's an organ donor. I'm pretty sure she's not an organ donor, but that's actually not part of the do not resuscitate stuff. Which you would think it would, because if you're not going to resuscitate, the organs need to be harvested right away.
So that's somewhat true, and that's where there's a lot of I didn't know this until I worked in the area for it. Kidneys especially, they keep them alive outside the body, and they can keep them alive for weeks without a body.
Really?
Yep. there's technology for organ donation has changed a lot. There's a lot of things you do have to keep within the body. I believe still, like the heart, lungs, liver. I don't remember liver or not, but I remember the kidneys specifically being something that they're like, oh no, we keep those alive for weeks in jars, waiting for the right. Because I always wondered, it fascinates me, the whole organ donation, our whole Washington WRT, Washington Regional Transplant Center, WRTC, that's what it is. It's the Greater Washington, D.C. area, the Regional Transplant Center. And when you have a patient that is potentially not going to go so well, you let them know, and they will come and start evaluating the chart to see if this patient is going to be a viable organ donor, and if they are, they'll come look at the charts to see what is the real possibility they're going to not make it. And if they actually see a somewhat decent possibility, they start trying to organize. If we were donating these things, who in the area do we need to start getting on queue, like ready to come do the harvest? Like, who do we bring in? Because you got to remember, pieces of people's bodies are going to multiple different people. So once you take them out, except for the ones that you can keep alive on their own, you have to have that shit like organized. So,
do they keep patients alive?
Yes.
Longer?
Yes.
Just so they can.
Well, define alive, but yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, they keep the body breathing, and I mean, the oxygen's being pumped in some way, and the heart beating, that sort of thing, just to keep the organs.
The hardest patients I have ever cared for during my time as a nurse are dead people.
Right,
dead
right,
people
yeah. So
are the hardest people to keep alive. As weird, as funny as that sounds, because it's, you know, you're not really keeping them alive. You're keeping them functioning to keep
the best place to keep the
viable.
organs. Right, keep the organs fresh in the body, basically.
And once you're dead, your body doesn't want to keep it alive itself. So you are literally doing every hour lab draws and correcting medications every single hour, titrating drips, doing the craziest things to keep dead people alive. And it is so difficult from just an exhaustion perspective, but also from a dealing with the family perspective, because...
Do they know that's what's happening?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they will know. They're usually... You usually make your peace with the family. They have the family make their peace with people first, and they leave. The patient even changes names. It's not the same patient anymore, because you can't charge what you're doing.
Well, that's what I was about to ask next, is who's paying for all this?
They become a donor patient. They are no longer that individual on any medical record for, like, you know, billing purposes.
Who pays then?
The Washington Regional Transplant, and then I'm sure it somehow gets funneled back into the insurance of the people who, like, receive organs, if they make it that far to being able to receive organs. Because I've definitely taken care of people who the families would not let go because they just couldn't understand, and by the time they finally agreed to organ donation, it was too late. Like, nothing was viable anymore. So we still kept quote-unquote dead people alive for a very long time on somebody's bill that wasn't those families' bill, because they were hoping they'd be able to use those organs. But yeah, so it gets paid by somebody else. But you usually have the family try to make their peace with the people and leave on their own terms before. But I've had a couple times where the family, since they've constantly see a monitor with heart signals on it, and they see the appearance of breathing happening, because, you know, you got a ventilator breathing for a patient and things like that, they can't physically let go. And so it's very difficult to deal with grieving family when somebody's already been declared dead, they're going to be a donor, and you're trying to do all this stuff, and you are like trying to bust into a room of 30 people who are calling you a murderer because you're not really taking care. Yeah. Oh God, I had some rough times with some of those families. Yeah,
I guess that's understandable. I mean, it's
it is understandable. It is understandable completely, but it eats you emotionally. Like, as the caregiver, like I was an emotional wreck for a few days for one patient in particular that I can remember like it was yesterday, because it was rough. I was not sure I was going to go back to work 3 days later, because I kept working with this patient for 3 solid days because they were lining up all the organ donation stuff, and nobody else would take this patient because their family was so overbearing that they couldn't deal with it. So I basically got, in a way, stuck with it, but at the same time, I can, as a male nurse, I'm expected to handle that stuff better, you know. That's not really true, but that is the mentality that some of the people had.
That's kind of bullshit.
Oh yeah, it's definitely bullshit. But at the same time, just me, who I am, I don't like to see my coworkers emotionally distraught either. So
sure,
I try to take on what I can take on. But yeah, this one particular instance was almost too much.
So I guess those are the occasions you don't want to go back into nursing for.
No, like yeah, I mean, no matter what, you're gonna run into cases. I think in any profession, but especially the medical industry, where you're gonna have happy and great days and feel so good about saving somebody's life one day, or helping a family through a tough time or whatever. But you're also gonna have the days where you just feel you can't do it anymore. There's no question about that.
Right.
See you, Guude.
This fucking game, man. Just want to be able to see the blocks I've dug out, This ocean, it's so big.
Are you digging out the ocean?
No, but that's what our future holds. Not digging out the ocean, but filling it in, or something, doing something with the ocean.
What I'm really worried about is I'm digging this thing down and trying to get rid of this lava, but you're still going to come back in and try to get some of these edges and put water down. Like, we're still going to run into this.
Yeah.
It's not going to be perfect. There's no question about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next layer. So what's your stance, out of curiosity, on the organ donation? Oh, and by the way, for anybody who's watching this, yeah, don't be afraid to donate your organs that they're going to try to steal them from you when you're still alive. That's not how it works. Don't give in to the bullshit. Organ donation is a beautiful thing, because I'll tell you, like, I think I've told you, or I think you said something about watching my video when this happened. Actually, a video I did that I almost cried during was because of taking care of a 20-some-odd-year-old heart transplant recipient patient.
Yeah.
And how that's almost like the opposite of what I had dealt with for so much longer. Watching all these people die, and now I'm watching this kid who basically has a brand new lease on life because of a heart transplant.
So yeah, like whenever you get your license in North Carolina, you can decide. I think it's probably like that in every state, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you just on your license. So yeah, I'm set to.
Yeah, and you know that the states can't, or that your family can't override that like they used to be able to.
Oh, they used to be able to, really?
Yep. Used to.
But that was like one of the things whenever my grandma was signing all this power of attorney stuff and all this stuff. Part of the do not resuscitate was, do you want your power of attorney to be able to override this? And she was like, well, maybe I should in case they're doing something you don't. I'm like, that's kind of bullshit though. Like, you've made your decision here. I was like, part of me doesn't want that responsibility on me. I don't want to have to make another decision beyond this decision you're already making. And also I don't want to go against your wishes, and even in the heat of the moment. I was like, so I really don't. I don't want you to put that responsibility on me. I wanted to be what you decide right now to be the thing and to stick. So she ended up not putting me as being able to override her decision, which is what I preferred personally. Yeah,
I mean, that's good, because now, and no matter what, it takes, for one, it makes sure her wishes are carried out in the way that they really should be. But for two, it takes the burden off of you to make the decision that you're not killing her like some people might think.
All right. I mean, and also in the do not resuscitate, it gives the doctors the option to ignore the do not resuscitate. And it's like, that's kind of stupid too. Like, what's the point of the whole fucking document if you're just going to say, well, you can ignore this if you like?
But I mean, I guess it depends on what the reason for needing to enforce the do not resuscitate was. Was it because you started choking on a meatball?
Well, that's the thing. All this says too is there's only like 3 cases in which they do not resuscitate. One of them is like that you have a mental condition that you're never going to recover from and never wake up from. Was one of the options. Like, basically all of them were like death is imminent within a month or more, or like within a month or sooner, I think, basically. So it wasn't like, yeah, you're choking and just go and let her die. It was more of a,
so that's all built into
die
the DNR orders already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good. That's what I was gonna say, because that's the only reason I would want somebody to be able to rescind it, is if it's like, don't take it so literally that you watch me die from something preventable that is not what I anticipated this DNR being used for.
Give it time. They'll die. Sleep.
Yes, and just so you know, I've made it to bedrock.
I heard you. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's real good.
Where's my bed? Here's my bed.
Oh, that's right. You got your own bed now.
And sleeping.
The problem with that is
It's
your
stuck here
spawn is
forever
not.
now.
Yeah.
Well, I'll just leave it here, I guess, and then the
Okay.
next night
Yeah.
I'll come up and.
Yeah, so you just have to alternate. That makes sense. That's not so bad.
But you should come check out this tunnel. We should
Yeah,
actually
cool.
flow water down it.
Oh Lord.
I just want to make sure that it goes.
Yeah, that makes sense. You get a bucket.
Well, there's water already up there, ready to rock.
Yeah, but I've planted wheat.
Oh,
I want to break because it's not like done.
gotcha.
Which is going to take up my torches, technically, I guess. But all right, water's coming.
Oh no, I was hoping to get out first. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna wait to get rid of this water before I come down.
You should get in a boat and come down.
Oh God, but we'll never be able to get back out.
I got the Aqua Infinity or whatever. Oh no, wait. Something's not right. I mean, you're going to have to pick up this water and drop it again in a minute. It decided to go off to the edge because there was an opening to the edge and it was closer to go. I forgot that you have to have
Yeah,
the walls all covered. So pick up the water again.
I already have.
And then I'll tell you when. It's still making its way down. I guess you can drop it again. It'll come on down before this is going to go. I'm trying to run down to make sure. There's not another one. Should be good to way down here at least. Yeah, this will be good. I'm running all the way back. Maybe that's here. This is just so far. I'm still running.
Are you ahead of the water?
Yeah, I'm ahead of the water.
Wow.
I'm way ahead of the water, I think. I'm afraid it might have stopped again for some odd reason, but... Okay, it's a good path for it to take. Oh no, it's still coming. I mean, it looks like I dug this thing right.
Is it going all the way down?
It's almost there now. If we can get past these last 4 layers. Oh no.
What happened?
Something. That doesn't even make sense. How does this not work? What the hell?
What happened?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know. The very last, or the third to last layer. I know it hit my bed and went to the side, which is I understood that was going to happen. The third to the last layer, the water came down the center channel and went down and over like it was supposed to, but the edges didn't fill in.
Is it because of your bed?
No, my bed's the next layer down.
Oh. That's weird.
It is very strange. All the other ones... It's almost like this has to be some type of glitch.
Alright, I'm going to pick up the water and see if I can beat it down so I can see this.
Yeah, this has to be a glitch.
I can't beat it down. The water's faster than me.
I mean, you can just bring the bucket of water and we can drop one on the layer.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a distance, though. A distance thing. Like, water can only travel...
So far, by breaking apart into those things. I guess, and it's unfortunate because I can't look at the next layer to see. Oh, no, the next layer looks like it was trying to work fine. I'm waiting until you get down here to see if...
I'm running.
Because I'm wondering
the water slows me down each layer.
Like if we drop a new bucket of water on the layer above, it might just be fine.
I don't feel like that. I'd feel like the water should go forever, but I mean, who knows with this game?
I mean, I guess if that was a random glitch, that is, we're gonna have lots of those in the full build. I don't even see you in the distance. I need like Optifine. Oh, I see you. I see you. I see you. Is water ahead of you?
Yeah. It's with me, basically. Like, I'll run, I jump in it, and it slows me down. And then I run, jump in it, and it slows me down, basically.
It's funny. Oh, I could have beat it. Oh, yeah, I can definitely beat the water.
Oh, yeah, because you got the stuff on your boots.
Yeah, it's definitely still screwed up right here, though. Watch it be right for you, and it's just like a weird visual glitch for me. But no, it's definitely not a visual glitch. Like right here.
Huh.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
And then... it did the same thing. Can you count this out? Is something wrong with this count here? It shouldn't have even dropped down in the center if there's something wrong with the count.
I mean, there's only 4 blocks here.
That is why.
What do you mean? Can you not count past 4, Jeff?
I didn't even count this. I was counting this platform, assuming it was something on the upper platform. But yeah, this platform makes sense. No? Why did I do that?
I don't know. It must be, yes. Since it's only got 4 blocks to go, it doesn't spread.
Yeah, it's going a different direction. Okay. I mean, that makes me feel a little bit better. So my bed's in my hand. 5, 6, 7. Now, this has got to be where we end, though. Unless we want to shift the whole thing back 3 blocks all the way to the top.
Which we technically could, because none of the other channels are done yet. But so this is bedrock, basically.
There's bedrock on this layer. Like, I'll never be able to get... oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, never mind. What am I thinking? We can do this. We can do this. There we go. Perfect. Fixed forever. I don't know why I was thinking that as well. That's weird.
Okay. Cool. There's not enough light up here.
Probably not.
Yeah, this looks good. Sure good. Now we just got to dig all the way to the ceiling and all the way up.
Just a little bit longer to go.
Yeah.
How many channels total was it? 80 or 90 divided by 3? So 30?
Something like that. Yeah. And then, yeah. And then up to the...
Yep, double the height up to the top. More than double the height up to the top.
Oh, yeah. We got to go the other direction.
Stupid skeleton.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's quite a bit more to do, I guess.
An episode or 2, maybe.
Yeah, 1 or 2. But, yeah, we should probably stop here. So, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.
All right, guys. See ya.